Okay, in this video, I want to talk about the category highly sensitive person that is relatively new to me, and I don't know how scientific it is, but anyway, I want to talk about the connections I've had since I first heard about it, which is recently. Now, I've always known that I was a highly sensitive person. I'm not sure how far back that I realized that my senses are stronger than others, some others. And there are so many theories out there, you know, about this kind of thing. I'm not a healthcare professional. I'm not a healthcare provider. Read the disclaimer in the description box below this video on YouTube. This is just my opinion, and one size doesn't fit all. But I knew that there was a connection with that, and for me, anxiety, panic attacks. Now, I was diagnosed with panic disorder when I was real young. I don't even remember what age, but back then it was panic disorder. I don't know if it's still that in the DSM, the latest one, DSM-5, but yeah, it was panic disorder, and I see a connection with that. And then when I started learning about this highly sensitive person category, that I also realized my allergies. I suffer from allergies. That somehow is connected, at least in my mind. Okay, and there are so many connections other than what I can mention in one video, or mention at all, or even figure out myself. But yeah, some of it was like when I was a child, going to school. I went to one of them. They were really tough on people. Okay, sorry about that. But if you made a mistake, back then they could do what was it called? Corporal punishment. Well, they could paddle you. And we had a teacher who would do the paddling, and he was really bad, really mean. You know, it was a big enough school, and he basically at one point got fired because he did do that, or fired or something. But that right around that time is when it was stopped. You know, when they no longer allow that. But I think the fear of it, the pure fear of anything you do, you're going to be humiliated. You're going to be paddled for one, and then humiliated because they didn't keep it quiet. You know, they would let people know who was doing wrong and who was going to get paddled and stuff like that. So I think the humiliation, all of that. And for me, a person with allergies, that only, to have to leave the room or something because I was coughing and sneezing too much, or just the fact that I was coughing and sneezing, they put it out there that it was so much of a threat that you'd be paddled if you did anything, and that would be seen as one thing that you could be doing wrong, is coughing during a lecture or something like that. Does that make sense? So in me, it develops an anxiety, and then that led to panic because I couldn't leave. Does that make sense? Okay, now that was when I was a child, of course, but my personal view is what develops in your head as a child, you might not think about when you get older, but it's still in there. It's like subconscious, is what people call it, but I believe it's actually called unconscious. Unconscious, yeah. But anyway, yeah, it's in there. So when I'm somewhere and I have to be quiet, I have to sit still and listen to somebody who can't speak. I figured that out when I was a career student, that I would have a panic attack because I had to be quiet, and I couldn't be quiet with allergies or whatever it was. Yeah, it brought about that anxiety that led to those panic attacks. Just a vicious cycle, really. But anyway, I want to start doing more videos on this topic. Every blue moon, on this channel, I would do a video about anxiety, and but every blue moon. But my main channel, this channel wasn't about that, and so people would give me thumbs down and stuff like that. And only recently I started doing those about highly sensitive people. I don't think I ever did anything about allergies, but I mentioned when I was having an allergy attack. But all of this, I want to start doing more videos on it, concentrate more on that. I've grown tired of what I've used to do. I grew tired of it probably a year ago, but or more. But anyway, I'm going to switch to doing more videos about this kind of topic and share my experiences. Now, like I said, I don't know it for everybody. I only know it for certain for me. So I'm not here to diagnose or to give anybody any counseling or advice or anything like that. I'm just going to share my experience and my opinions on it. That's all. Anyway, if you want to subscribe to this channel, click the circle that's going to come up soon, if not already. And if you want to watch another video, click one of the rectangles. Sometimes I say triangle. I don't know why, but rectangle. And if you want to share it on your social media, go ahead if you can. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good one.